right, Trinidad and Tobago. So I am sitting here and I am worried. I'm not worried. I shouldn't say worried. I'm not worried. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. If you don't know, if you're sitting in your home and you're thinking that everything is normal, everything is not normal in Trinidad and Tobago. What am I talking about? You always hear people talk about our country is not the same. People have done things to send our country down a tailspin, a rabbit hole that is not easy to come out of. So you see videos and you hear things and you wonder. I remember getting a picture one time, or a video one time on my old phone of something that happened on San Fernando Hill, where they would have put a picture of Dr. Rowley and the things that they would have done around the picture. And what they had done was they had told the security guard to don't allow anybody to come up on the hill because of what they were doing. But they were so foolish that they were taping it. When they tape it, it went out viral, and people would have seen what they did, and they tried to deal with it. This morning, I would have encouraged you to acknowledge the Most High by giving him what is due to him, the honor and the praise and the glory that is due to his name. And you would have heard people calling in, and one of the testimonies that really touched me was my friend from Faizabad. And I want to say to you, Trinidad and Tobago, there are spirits that are moving in this land. There are spirits that are moving in this land that you need to cover your family, cover your children. Be careful who you're opening up to and telling your business. You see, there are people who want, apart from personally destroying people. You remember the clip that Aisha and I played for you last week, Thursday, with what the gentleman said about PNM people, and we some of us laughed it off, some of us didn't take it serious, some of us think it was a joke. But I want to play for you something that a gentleman said on another radio station. And while we play games and we laugh and we talk the politics, and for some people this is religious war, you know. For some people this is a religious war. Some people they use I want to just play this for you. Listen to what this gentleman said on another radio station.
People, righteousness exalt a nation. Always remember that. PNM is an evil, wicked party, and all them doing is destroying this country for the younger generation. Not for me, and I almost don't live my life, but the younger generation that's coming up. When PNM done with this country, it could be like Haiti. Your children, them wouldn't have a country. So all of the stand for what is right. Don't stand for race. Stand for what is the right thing for the country. Put country first. When the country prosper, everybody go prosper. This is after that gang of thief. Them is for themselves and the finances. That is all them for. All who financing the party, them is for them and for themselves. I wish God could kill all these PNM people. I wish God could kill all these PNM people. I wish God could kill all these PNM people. That's my wish. Because there's wicked people, there's evil people, there's working for the devil. And I wish people could come to their senses and put the country first for the younger generation to come. Thank you.
Morning caller, we're calling from next caller. Access phrase.
Good morning. Stand your ground and push.
So you heard what the caller said? The announcer didn't even cringe. The announcer didn't even cringe. The announcer didn't even stop the caller. And that didn't even write them a letter. That's on another radio station, you know. Local radio station, you know. And that didn't even write them a letter. The announcer didn't even play a disclaimer. And we sit down and think it's just like, UNC. They don't like me. Oh gosh. I was like, oh, take everything too serious. And you're going to bed, you're even saying, God cover me. You're going and sleep, you're even saying your prayers. You can't sleep when the night come. And you want to know why? Well, you feel people praying on all your head and joke. A caller called some time ago, last week. And he said, Pastor Google, they will try to... right now, there's a spirit pervading this land of weariness. People are weary. They're weary. They can't take it no more. Too much things happening. And when you're weary, you just give up. Remember that caller? He said people getting weary of the right thing. Huh? And last week, when we did our weekend review, or review of the week, we heard the opposition leader and she said, when she made a statement about all the Rawans, or the Ramawans, or whatever she call us. And we laugh it off again, we laugh it off, will you forget? We laugh. And then on the 30th of November, they want to have a stand. Your ground push back. Eh? And we just want to sit in our homes, or we just want to play games and laugh and feel it's a friend thing and a laugh thing and a hee. While they're putting up pictures like this. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube, you know. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube while they're putting up pictures like these. While they're putting up pictures like this. And you just going about your merry way. Thinking, well, you know, it's politics and then the thing. What's going on? What's going on in our country? We laugh it off. You know? Feel good moment now. Trinidad and Tobago, wake up. Trinidad and Tobago, wake up. Wake up, you know. Wake up. Cover your children. Protect your family. Know where you're eating. Know where you're drinking. Know who you're eating from. Know who you're drinking from.
Everybody celebrate the Lord. We lift his name. We lift his high name. Somebody celebrate him. Put your hands together. We bless your name, Jesus. You're worthy, yes you are. The name of Jesus is lifted high, lifted high, lifted high. The name of Jesus lifted high in this place. The name of Jesus. Let's lift it together.
You see, we just sit down and we don't reflect on things of the past too much, you know.
In this place.
Let me tell you why.
Say the name of Jesus.
One political leader said he would sleep with the devil
The name
to get in office.
in this place. Put your hands together. Come on.
Another political leader said blood will flow in the streets.
We're going to make some declarations today. Sons and daughters shall be saved, shall be saved.
And then now you're hearing their followers and pastors saying
And daughters shall be saved.
that they wish God kill all of we.
This place. Sons and
And we still want to sit down
daughters shall be saved.
and think it's a joke.
Shall be. Sons
Not my pick-me.
and daughters shall be in this place. Put your hands together. Come. Say, oh, 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 hallelujah, we bless your name. Release your glory on us now.
You know, I always hear my grandmother say,
On us now. Release your
when you live in glass house,
us now. In the
don't pelt stone.
say, release your glory. Your glory on us now. Yes, Lord.
Long rope for Maragot.
Release your glory. Your glory on us in this place. Come on, everybody. Everybody say, release. Release. Release.
But today we release the glory and the presence of God over Trinidad and Tobago.
Release in this place. Hey, say release. Say your glory. Release your power. Release your healing in this place. Hey, say release your glory. Your glory. Your glory. Your glory. Your glory in this place. Open up your mouth and shout. Oh, I hear the sound of an army arising. I hear the sound of an army arising. I hear the sound of an army arising in this place. Say, I hear the sound of an army arising. I hear the sound of an army arising. I hear the sound of an army arising in this place. Say, I hear the sound of an army arising. I hear the sound of an army arising. I hear the sound in this place. Hey, say,
It's time for us to rise up.
Raise your worship. Give him your best today. What?
It's time for us to rise up.
We bless you. We magnify you. In this place. The name of Jesus is lifted high. Lifted high. Lifted high. The name of Jesus is lifted high. In this place, release your glory on us, on us, on us. Release your glory on us now. In this place.
We're getting ready to go for our COVID-19 update. When I come back, I have a video to show you. We're doing our review of the week. Trinidad and Tobago, wake up. Wake up, please. Wake up.
Oh yeah. So we say, when will we stop falling into the same trap? Oh, when will mankind learn to see that the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested, Christ's way is the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high. Yeah.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of November 4th, 2021 stands at new positive cases 335, total active cases 5,243, total recovered patients 51,459, total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 58,441. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
So we say, when will we stop falling into the same trap? Oh, when will mankind learn to see that the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested, Christ's way is the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and His people are lifted high. Yeah, the Father never needed religion or systems of it. His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. And true government is when God leads the leader. Lead them on, yeah. True government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah. Serious thing now. Well, hear the message in the rhythm. Oh yeah. Problem number one is so plain and simple. Religion, it has sentenced God to death. With falsehood and folly, they blindfold simple people for power and the profit that they get. Some would burn you at the stake, rock you and wheel you out, or mere denial or even doubt. With violence and bribery they try. Is your soul they want to buy? But Jesus said, come freely, all who labor and are weary, come rest in me. Christ say, rest in me. And I say, two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken, while God's truth and His people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man, true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah, true government is when God instructing the leader. You're listening to the Father. Oh, oh, oh. Will hear me lament for true government, from the president to the parliament, transforming the government, yeah. Affecting the vagrant on the pavement. We want a leader that is heaven sent. Oh, oh, oh. Mathematicians, physicians, politicians, atheists, etc. deny God or decide to just patronize. Hey, they tolerate Christianity as just a social matter, to bury, for marriage, and to baptize. Hey man, check the first two presidents of the United States of America. They were Orthodox, practicing Christians, because the mysteries of God's plan are nonsense to carnal man. The master say walk by faith, never to extrapolate, cause he's too great. I know he's too great. And I say two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, yeah. Two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken to the root, while God's truth and His people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. Oh man, true government is when God leading the leader, instructing the leader. We want a government that's tried and true to represent me and you from the Christian crew. Without a word from God, what we gonna do? We want a man from the chosen few. Oh, 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 oh. Somebody love somebody. It's when God leads the leader. It was always true messengers of God's salvation who ruled over the earth's political fate. Oh yeah, but now thanks to the emergence of secular humanism, they separating the church from the state.
Ask King David, Joshua, Samuel, Solomon, all these great folks. They knew government without God is guesswork. Without prophetic words to guide, the leader bound to slip and slide. So you know when all is said and done, they got to know the Holy One to lead my generation, my congregation. Two shall walk in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and His people are lifted high. So high, the Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. No man true government is when God leading the leader, He leading the region, He leading my nation, my generation with a word for reformation. Me what the congregation sing here. True government is when God leads my leader. When Jehovah Nissi in charge of it, we go have a brighter future for we generations, for we children.
Trinidad and Tobago, I just wanted to play, I had to play out that song because I wanted you all to understand the seriousness of what's happening in our country. And, you know, so I want to show you a video of something that happened this week. And I'm going to take your calls right on it. So you have to join me on Facebook and on YouTube in order for you to see the video of what took place this week at a establishment. So join me on Iwer TV. Join me on Iwer TV. And also join me on YouTube. All right, so you can join me right now. Iwer TV on YouTube and on Facebook, The Street 919 FM. All right. And I just want to take some calls while I know you joining me on Facebook and on YouTube. I'll take some calls on 342-0081, 466-5391, 771-1791. Call me now and talk to me a little bit. Weekend review of the week. All right. So this is what happened this is what happened in Trinidad and Tobago. I was surprised, but then when I heard the story and I said, wow. So look at this. Let me see what's happening on Facebook. Hey. Look at this, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to show you this. So what was happening here? At a petrol station, some guys came to rob the station and the pump attendant started to spray gasoline on them. All right? I know some of you now seeing it. So this is what happened at a petrol station, you know. So these guys came to rob the station, and the guy who is the pump attendant, he said, oh, they come to rob me? All right. Well, the first thing he thought about was to start to throw gasoline on them. What are your thoughts? 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, and 466-5391. Tell me, what are your thoughts about this event that took place at a petrol station? Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, the Constructive Talk listeners, 91.9, everybody. Well, my call was in progress before you had played the video, so I guess I'll have to make a comment on that. If the guy felt that was his only recourse in order to defend himself, I guess he did what he needed to do. However, I'm happy that it didn't escalate from there, because had anybody strike a match, a spark, or
That
anything,
is it.
that whole gas station, everybody around and all that could have ended up we could have a tragedy on our hand, because there's an explosion you're talking about the gas. But I guess in the quote-unquote heat of the moment, that is what he felt would have defended him from what they're doing. I didn't think he was, because if it was to go further, he himself may have tried to put some kind of light or something, but I guess it's just about defending himself. But again, this could have ended up so different, because a gas station with underlying gas pumps and all this kind of thing. So I'm happy it ended there, but this situation, it has so much factors and dynamics. Say that it ain't going to take one solution alone to treat it what's happening in our country. It will take all heads on board, all hands on board, different sectors, different economic, socioeconomic backgrounds to treat it. No idea is a stupid one, because from a child you could get an idea. And before I leave weekend review, I heard Mrs. Kamala Tiwari, who is the president of the Hindu Women Organization. She keeps speaking about respect, but she keeps holding on to two things really. The fact that during the Diwali, there was a flyer posted with a Corico selling chicken, and then there was some other Diwali special that was selling chicken. And she spoke about the disrespect and the fact that it was Diwali and they ain't fasting, no meat and all that. But I want Tiwari to know, while I hear what she's saying, why hasn't she come out and apologize on behalf of the Hindu community for a Hindu woman who is a opposition leader calling African people Waran in the month of Diwali? The same Diwali she's speaking about and she holds so close to her, which she should. That is the celebration of light, and that is a Hindu celebration. But I need her come out and apologize for those statements. I haven't heard her come out and apologize when a Hindu woman would have called a black man a Oreo, which is a racial slur anywhere in the world, when she called him blank man. I need her come out and apologize for last year during the election, when people of Indian descent by the surnames would have been calling African people all type of insulting and derogatory and racist terms. I didn't hear those things, but they come out to speak about respect, because a flyer was printed, my curry queue, chicken curry queue, and somebody put a poster, Diwali special and chicken. So, you know what, we need to check ourselves. Because you see, that's what you talk about there. You should talk on the other side. But again, it's Trinidad. Pastor, go reach them safely. And you have a blessed weekend and your family and all listeners are Constructive Talk. Bye.
Thank you very much. Taking your calls, 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. Hello, good afternoon. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Tell me, you study those two boys well. I live close by, right? And you know those two boys' parents, they went home with gas on them. The parents, the father, mother didn't smell gas when you had this saw on TV. What went on? All over my phone, all over the Crescent Garden, have that. I've seen the boys in it. Yeah? And your parents didn't call the police for all it. It was my child. He's in jail also.
Beautiful.
Because I'm taking that. I'm looking up for my house. I see it on TV.
Beautiful.
Eh? If that other young boy, they let the matches. You know what's going to happen there?
Yes.
Everybody got burned up. So you know, you see parents in Chantanego, there's something else, boy. Now, I don't know, in my day when I grew up, we had no illiterate people. But now, I don't understand. Everybody damn illiterate. Educate everyone illiterate too. I don't understand. They're disgusting. Parents around the place disgusting. They know their sons. They come home there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I understand your passion, Mom. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Papa.
You understand mom passion just now there? You heard what mom said? How could you have a child come home smelling full of gasoline and you will even say, boy, how you smelling that?
Papa, do you hear this, sir? When you engage in one activity with other people, it really is a complicated situation because sometimes child start off as a terrorist in the home. And when he bring home the gun now, it's more fear. You understand? So they do, some of them just rule their home. Sorry about that. Some of them just rule their home with that fear. And then they just have the other criminals who recruit them. They get come and threaten you. I know the incidences where, you know, bad man want to deal with that girl and the parents don't want it, but, you know, there is a big jerky at a pardon. So use a gun per se as a short parent person and, you know, to report them, you could get killed. So it does be a more deeper complication as to how some people just put it where parents are supposed to control their children. Yeah, it's a fine line between a child and a gunman. And sometimes they just exonerate the hate at home and needles everybody home because of the bad man financing it out. So it's a kind of complicated situation. One of the ways to fight with that is if daddy or mommy is a bad man themselves now, if you understand what I'm saying, and get you out because them had a thing too and they could deal with you in a certain way. Or they had a link and they could get a boy to come and talk to you. So sometimes it doesn't be as simple as you put it across. Anyway, Papa G, the substantive issue.
When will we stop falling into the same trap? Oh, when will mankind learn to see that the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested, Christ's way is the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and His people are lifted high. Yeah, the Father never needed religion or systems of it. His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. And
so we know that tomorrow is supposed to be a motorcade, where the scrap iron dealers are supposed to have a motorcade tomorrow. Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association supposed to be having a motorcade tomorrow. But we know that the commissioner of police, well, not the commissioner, the what's his here again, boy? Mr. Jacob would have sent out a press release saying that they didn't give any permission for any motorcade. And from what I understand, I just came off the phone with the Scrap Iron Dealers Association. I think it's the president. And he's having a press conference at 2 o'clock to tell the nation what are the steps forward. I think they may have had a meeting with with Mr. Jacob. I don't know if things may have changed. I can try to call. I really would like to get a number from Mr. Jacob to call and find out. I want to get my listeners, because this is something that made news also. All right, so we wait to see what's going on. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, Papa G. Sorry about that. You know this scene. Yeah, not clearly, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. The substances issue. Yeah, Papa G. Well, many religions have it. Many philosophies have it. Yeah. Here why does say, here why does describe it. You have two heads. One to screw off and go in the church, the temple, and the mosque and pray to your God and say your prayers. And then when you're done, you go back in the car in the trunk, screw off that head, and then you pour your bad mind, racist, disgusting, bigoted, prejudiced head now. If you understand, so you could go about living, and that's why they say this up to people. They don't fuse things together. How in heaven's name somebody could call in on a radio program, say they wish God kill all the PNM people, and you say not mother, Papa G, that person that hosts that program. Anytime I travel in a canteen and I hear that voice, I just get instant headache. I just feel sick. I just be like, oh dear God, please. Let the driver drive fast and drop off. Because them guns, boy, and they encouraging a certain nonsense that bringing this whole country into distribute. And I just always say, it only have a certain level of intelligence, which is very minuscule, that is tuning to these programs. I just communicate with brethren and things that is talk to them that is listen to them kind of program, and they're not so damn let me don't say educated now. They don't have much intelligence to cipher through and sift through the things that they need to sift through and pick sense out of nonsense. If you understand what I'm trying to say. But that is what is prevailing right now, and that is what we up against right now, Sister Jenny. Good afternoon. And I don't know how we will deal with it, but we had to deal with it moving forward. We had to run up in the face and point it out at all times, and it does do a good job of raising the issues and stuff like that. But I did hear that, that same nastiness they play with that person. I did hear that when I was traveling, and I was wondering, really, boy? Really? Anyway, Papa G and listeners, I'll have a nice day. I'll call back on another day.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, with this crap iron. This quite iron. Well, I don't know. They want to take protests. Child protest and the 30th of November, they have been a bigger one, you know. You know about that?
Yes.
You know, okay. Okay, so I don't know. I know everybody protesting, but I better go and protest too. Your father coming today? Bye-bye.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. What mother now say there make a lot of sense. Because what is the scrap iron people are protesting for? Yeah? Really, actually, what are they protesting for? But
you know, you never heard any of their programs?
No, I don't listen to them.
So then how you can say you don't know what they're protesting for?
That's why I'm asking, what are you protesting for? What scrap iron people are protesting for? Is every day is some kind of foolish protest coming up. And this protest is what? In order to let the government look bad, that's what they want. There's only a certain section of people is doing this. And we know, and we are being real. Why don't these same people don't go in front of the grocery owners okay, and price every day and protest? Eh? When this man was totally disrespectful to the president of Trinidad and Tobago, why wasn't they protesting? Eh? We that seem to protest with all the wrong things in this country. Eh? That's all going on in Trinidad and Tobago. A certain section, a certain party in this country can use no kind of strange word or say nothing out of the way because they're ready to come down on them. But we are the opposition side, saying what they want, doing what they want, and misbehaving any day, in the leader and all. And you doesn't see them coming out. And all I understand is that all type of group coming out. What is the next group coming out? To protest what? Huh? It's the food prices and things where they just tearing up on poor people and doing people wickedness. Them is the thing they're supposed to be protesting for. Check it out. This is political. This is not when they say, when they come and talk about we go and hit back. These is hit back coming there, you know. Oh, you'll have a blessed day. Don't watch it for what it is. Some of them is total racist and behaving with a racial behavior with these things. Have a blessed day, scrap iron. What scrap iron? What the hell? What next? Honest to God, what next? To let this country look bad. Have a blessed day.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Hello, good afternoon. All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really happy that the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Jacob, has decided not to allow any protests in Port Street. Because if this is just about the scrap iron dealers, and it's not political, okay? What is MSJ doing there? What is MSJ doing there? And all the other unions want to join in with that. It's not political, and I bet you something. I bet you UNC would have found themselves here. Khadija Amin or some of them would have found themselves in that protest march in Port of Spain. It is not just about scrap iron dealers. The politicians will use this as an opportunity to jump in the dance and get involved. And secondly, I want you to point your mind to something, Google. You know what happened earlier this year in February when Andrea Barrett died?
Yes.
Good. It didn't happen when the Riley girl was murdered in November last year. There were no marches.
Even with the young lady who died just recently, just yesterday, the shallow grave and the young lady, they had no protest.
No. Last year, November, the young girl from Sunshine Avenue in San Juan, Miss Riley. I can't remember her first name right now. But anyway, like Tanika Riley or whatever, something like that. There were no marches after she died, but there were marches when Andrea Barrett died. Oh, they came from all over the country, Barrett, Porsche, Guanas, all over the place. And I want to see now where this young woman was killed. The body found yesterday. I want to see if there'll be any marches, candlelight vigils all over the country. And I want to see the candlelight vigils in Barrackpur, Couva, Chaguanas, Grand Couva, and all those places. Just what they have for Andrea Barrett.
Let's see if they'll have it there. Thank you very much. I have to go for a break. Thank you.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
The Huddle Room reopens in partnership with Maracas Bake and Shock on Monday, October 18th. That's right, seaside flavor is in Central. Bake and Shock, aloo pies, kingfish, shrimp, and a daily menu of lunchtime favorites like stew chicken, macaroni pie, curry chicken, pilau, and so much more. Follow The Huddle Room and taste Maracas on social media. Bake and Shock is served from 10 a.m. and lunches from 11 a.m. We'll see you and your taste buds on Monday. The Huddle Room and Maracas Bake and Shock, the best of both worlds.
Welcome the Christmas holidays this year with quality and attractive furniture from Stylist Furniture Limited. 2 locations, 51 Rushwood Street, San Fernando, and 101 Crackness Village in Princestown. Select from a wide range of contemporary furniture to enhance your homes. Now open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call today, 652-2542. Season's greetings to all our customers and friends from Stylist Furniture Limited. Stylist Furniture Limited, for the style in you.
Dashing through the shows with the Direct TV remote. What fun it is to choose prepaid and win cool giveaways. Oh, Home Alone, Pinocchio, Bad Santa, and the Grinch. Frozen 2, Elf and Scrooge, and Edward Scissorhands.
You'll be dashing through the shows this season with DirecTV Prepaid. Get free installation when you purchase a prepaid kit and receive $99 free credit when you activate and top up 30 days. Plus a chance to win a 55-inch smart TV or home entertainment system. DirecTV Prepaid has it all this season.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
So I just get some really bad chest pains. It just happened a lot. I don't know why. And I was feeling this pain in my chest. It just wouldn't stop. And I drank the juice. And within 3 minutes of drinking the juice, my chest felt relieved. My heart rate slowed down. I felt a little bit more relaxed. And I started drinking the juice at least once a week. And I haven't gotten any chest pains since I started drinking that juice. I don't know what it have in that juice, but it works.
Try U-Juice today. Available at leading supermarkets nationwide or order online at ujuiceroots.com for free delivery.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
Hi, this is Nicole Huggins. Join me every Monday morning on the street 919 FM from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. Let's talk about lifestyle diseases that affects you today and how we can improve your health with healthy solutions. Call Health and Well Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins at 1-868-288-1108 or 1-868-275-8359. See you there.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home or, get this, You can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keylon direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iwer George on Instagram. Share the line. Iwer TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
Pastor Google, good day. You know, I've been saying the same thing all the time. I ask myself the same question. All of a sudden, it's just a lot of protests. And if you look at the protests, all of them is in the UNC constituencies. This is just a plot for the government to look bad and to say the government bias and not putting out money in the opposition constituencies. I was watching the television someday last week where some villagers were protesting, and they were saying it's over 20 years. The road, they had the bad roads and whatever. Over 20 years, Their government was there for 5 years, 3 months, 14 days, and I am positively sure that they never one day came out and protest. Over 20 years, So this is just something like, like when you have a child and you carry to a store and you say, Mommy, I want that, and they can't get it, and they just have to jump up and jump up, and that is how they behave, like a spoiled child. That is how the UNC and the minions behaving like spoiled children. Come on, give me a break. When they protest for something genuine, don't be on that as though it is Dr. Rowley and the government fault. You can't even protest for something that you have in problem with over 20 years, and you never won the protest when Kamala was in power. But I'm telling you, Pastor Google, I'm telling you, watch out, it have more protests to come. This protest going right up until the SOE finished mountain, and then it will get bigger and bigger. Watch it. And I find this is nonsense. We are not SOE, and you have, I wonder what the law, but the police, the TTPS not doing anything. You have people just coming out and just protesting in droves, over hundreds of people say they're protesting. Look at the Jamin with a whole 100 and something people up and down the street placard, you protesting in a SOE. Come on, I hold no grief or no favor for Gary Griffith, but there were certain things he was strict with. You understand? And right now, everything just gone haywire. It's time the TTPS to get themselves in control of this nonsense.
Well, a pity you said that, because I just came off the phone a while ago with the person who would normally send us emails. There's a lady that sends us emails from the TTPS. Yesterday, I think it was, no, not yesterday, someday Kingsley will have called in and wanted to find out about this protest. And I read a press release from the TTPS saying that they did not give permission for the scrap iron dealers to have their motorcade. And where is it? I'm going to try and find it. Right? They did not give permission to the scrap iron dealers to have their motorcade. I just came off the phone with the young lady who normally sends the press release, and she said to her knowledge, and as far as she understands, that there is no permission given to have any motorcade tomorrow. The scrap iron dealers are going to have a press conference at 2 o'clock. Right? That is what and I came off the phone with the scrap iron dealers, I believe was the president. They said to me that they're going to have a press conference at 2 o'clock. Let me take some calls. I'm going to find the press release I got from the TTPS, because I wasn't getting through to DCP Jacob. So I did call the young lady who normally would send us press release, and that is what she said to me. But I want to go back to the phone lines. Hello, good morning. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Mm-hmm.
I too want to concur with the gentleman who said that is political with the scrap iron thing, because once MSG and they get into it, they are politicians. Abdullah was a politician. So it is.
He still is. And he's political leader of the MSJ?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, you say was.
Well, it was, because they're kind of irrelevant, so you had to say was.
All right.
Yes, but was. Yeah, and Pastor Google, I'm one of the persons who sometimes, the little drip people that's like, no, I do ignore it, because those drip just fill a bucket and overflow. It nagging me when I listen again to the president of the Indian Women Association in this country, the Hindu Women Association. And when she's speaking, it seems that they have a sense of entitlement. You know, like when America it's a white privilege. Like they feel it has some kind of Indian privilege in this country. That anytime you say anything, you sneeze anything in their direction, you have to apologize because they exist and we apologize. African people must apologize. The only thing she didn't say with the letter was listening that she didn't call Dr. Rowling, because even with the poster, with the curriculum, she said the leader should know. I don't understand what a leader has to do with that. It's the same thing with the skit. Dr. Rowley didn't know nothing about no skit. He was not part of the communities, do the skit, the youth groups, whatever it is. And a big thing come out of it, and he did apologize because he didn't know. And the apologies continue on the side of the African people. But who apologizing for we? Who is the African that go on TV and say, listen, you slowly racial for this one said, that one said, you only need to apologize to this community?
No, I got put in my place the other day. I brought up that I was talking to some elders, right? I'm telling you as it is, some elders, and they follow a particular radio announcer, and they believe in him, and they stand by him. And they said to me, I said, but what it is, this so-called black leader don't stand up. You understand? For when statements are made, ill statements are made about black people. And you know what they said to me? Why he must stand up, or why they must stand up? Because when they're giving advice, the black leader does take advice, so let him take the abuse.
And again, that mentality is straight out of the same place that us tell we that we in. That's a slave mentality that they have in there. Because in their mind, that's what I'm saying. As my husband has said, like the womb we get through in enslavement, like it a heal for some of we. And those black intellectuals, they are bereft of idea because they just get the intelligence to say they're better than we. That's how it does look. Them don't talk black. So sometimes, not because you look like we, and you have we color, it mean that it's one of we, you know. We have to know who we tribe is, and by tribe it may not always be people look like we tribe, you know, but you don't know your tribe, because when you're moving amongst your tribe, you just feel a sense of comfort, you just feel a sense of contentment, and knowing all they have. So sometimes these people we're looking at to speak for we, you have to forget about them. We have to speak for ourselves.
That is it.
We can speak for ourselves.
Thank you.
I'll go Pastor.
And that's a fact. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Pastor. Good evening. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You remember I called you on Tuesday, Wednesday, boy, and I talked to you and I tell you, well, about the march and how we just have Ozzy. Ozzy never call and say anything.
No.
Yeah, you say now that the Scrapayan people have a conference at 2. Is that true?
Yes, I spoke to the president, I believe it was, and he did say to me that there is a press conference at 2 o'clock.
But you also said just now that as far as you know, with the person that sent the email for you, that they didn't get permission for the march tomorrow.
No, but the email was on the 3rd of November. I have it open in front of me now. From the 3rd of, I got the email on the 3rd of November, 2021, press release, TTPS, no permission granted for motorcade protests.
Pastor Google, the point I'm making, right? Here was the point I'm making, and I'll make it already. David Abdullah and Ozzy Warwick, they are surprised at Ozzy. I believe, and if I'm wrong, correct me, and you're supposed to get the okay to march before you announce you're having a march. Hello?
Say that again?
And you're supposed to get the okay from the authorities to march before you come on social media and electronic media and announce that there will be a march.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if Ozzy and David Abdullah knew that they didn't have permission yet to have this march, because I listened to the conference what they had there, is that Monday or Tuesday, something wrong. It's very wrong. David Abdullah is a man wrong for a while. Ozzy is a man that's on your program. And the decent thing to do is not to have people who want in limbo. Be sure that you get your permission and then you announce you're having a march. Am I right or wrong? Hello?
All right, caller. I was just on the phone with DCP Jacob while you were talking. So sorry about that. And he just told me that he had meetings with them and he told them that they do not have permission to march tomorrow. Please go on.
Yeah, but I understand that, Pastor.
I just wanted to know
why you announce a march. Why? Before you get permission. This is my point.
Yeah.
Why you do that?
Yeah.
And this is not ordinary people. Ozzy does be on your program. I just listen to him. David Abdullah is the leader of the MSJ. Why you do that? They have to come out and explain to we how they could make, I don't know if it's a deliberate mistake, but
you think it's a mistake? That is no mistake.
That is no mistake. So you announcing a march on electronic media right through the week and you ain't get no permission. I had to come to the conclusion, you looking for confrontation?
Well, let's see.
You understand? Well, if you say they have a press
they have a press conference at 2 o'clock. I wonder if we're bringing it live. I don't know.
But you understand my concern, Pastor.
I understand your concern, my brother.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Well, this is interesting, eh? This is very interesting. Because on the press release, it says, Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is making it clear that no permission was granted to any organization to engage in a motorcade or protest on November the 6th. I want you to hear me and hear me well, Trinidad and Tobago. So, and I just came off the phone with Mr. Jacob. He said to me that they do, and he said it with a level of authority to me. He said they don't have permission. He said I came out of meetings with them, and I told them that they don't have permission. The man take a stand. I want to see what's going on tomorrow. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Sometime in September, this iron business came up even in Parliament. And I see the member of a party sit down with the president of the Iron Dealers Association. This thing is a political scene because they were talking about the set of pipes After they were renovating the refinery, all that is metal. All that is metal. So with this president jumping up and balling and carrying on in this manner, he had all like he loved body bad, that he only care about himself. I locked out and listening, my brother. You reach home safe.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon to you and your callers, sir. Yesterday I had the opportunity to work with the Archbishop of the Anglican Church and a member of what they so-called the 1%. And in a break in what we was doing, we was all three of us were speaking, and that member of the 1% was reminiscing about when her dad used to walk about selling clothes, in certain places and all that, right? And I want to tie it into this conversation we're having here. The OWTU is majority black. The scrap iron dealers, and they would have a high percentage of black people in it. There's also the other unions. And what seems to be our standard operating procedure is that we go out on the streets and behave like, sometimes we act like if we monkeys make a certain noise. But that should not be our standard operating procedure. Now look at how the so-called 1% did their thing. They were quiet in the background and they built what we call fraternity amongst each other. Right? But here we have the Scrap Iron Dealers Association, and I've been listening to their episodes on your station and even the other station. And why it is you must come and make your business of building something public? We already complain about people not trying to help the black man, and yet we go in the public and we make it a whole big brouhaha. How about we just settle down, get together, and grow power? How much power has the OWTU grown other than marching on a street corner every Monday morning? How much power has the PSA grown? And then we come here and we say black people under sufferation. And all these things we say. And it's about time we check ourselves. We have had opportunities where we could squeeze out a bit of power for ourselves, where we can have a seat at the table financially and economically. The only thing we hold on to right now is political power. And you know what they're trying to do? You guessed it. They're trying to break down that right now. Think about it. We are our own worst enemies. I am not saying that the so-called 1% need to contribute more or not. But we have had opportunities to build ourselves. Pastor, go so enjoy your day and get out to the South safe when you're going. Right. Have a good day, sir.
Right, sir. Thank you very much.
Pastor Google, God is the boss. Listen to that man. You must always play that thing. He didn't say 2 p.m. she did. 10 p.m. or a few p.m. people must die. He said God must kill all. But I want to tell him, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Why is you saying all PNM she dead by God's hands? That hole you're digging for PNM people?
Right. Oh gosh. I know where you're going, Daddy. I know where you're going. Daddy. I know where you're going. I want to go along that road. All right. I'm taking your call 342-0081 771-1791-466-5391. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
But I listened to that meeting, and you could imagine a man who leading a company, they call it, and you threatening people, tell them if so and so happen is over my dead body. What do you mean by when you're saying that, over my dead body?
Say that again.
in the conference, in the meeting that they had last week, he saying if certain things happen with Heritage or Petrotrin and them down there, and he ain't get this, it's over his dead body that he ain't gonna get it, over his dead body, you know. Now, when you negotiating for a big company, you know, that's the way you're going to a table. So you threatening the company or the country over your dead body. Now, Pastor, let me tell you something. Eh? I used to do weightlifting long ago. I got 2 or 3 sets of weights to put in a little gym at home with some fellas. Fellas come and carry it away, Pastor Coffee. And I ain't calling no name.
I am not Pastor Coffee, please.
No, Google. You like to laugh.
You tried to put me in trouble. You tried to put me in trouble.
Google. They come and carry all my weights. All my weights from the gym. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yes.
My old man leave half inch thing to big pillow tree and all to build out. All of that went and people saw who come and take it. You hear?
Yes.
So when I hear people talking about them and weight, it just hurt me. Up to now it's still hurting me because I lost all my weights. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yes.
And I listen to a lady make a contribution just about these groups who want things to remove from our thing. Discipline, production, and tolerance was placed there by Dr. Eric Williams. But you want tolerance to be moved? Were you telling me what you want tolerance to be moved for you? Eh? you get the Trinity cross was to move from there. Nobody accepting Trinity cross for your benefit. Hello, look, better look. Let these people and them take cool. Let we go. Have a nice afternoon, sir.
They'll tell you, Daddy, come. Daddy, you're trying to put me in trouble. Daddy, you can't make them kind of mistake. Daddy, I know in a man league. Daddy, I didn't know that kind of dust. You're saying something, Daddy? Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Caller? Caller? Hello? All right, hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Please don't make that mistake.
Pastor Google.
Yes.
I find David Abdullah supposed to in Mr. Manning days. He was arrested for the same Martin thing.
Oh, yes.
Wrong this man when wrong the other
Yes, you're right,
he was arrested.
Caller, you're right. Caller, you're right.
And I feel they should lock you up and throw the key. Because he...
No. Oh, gosh, Daddy.
No, he know you must get permission. And if you get permission, you come out. We're telling them people to do. That's a Google. Have a good day.
All right, Daddy. But don't say they should lock up and throw the key. We distance ourselves from that statement. You know, we are not a part of that.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You know, people still laughing at you on Facebook when I statement, you know, Pastor Coffee, the man called me, you know. The man called me Pastor Coffee, yes. I'm fretting with that statement. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor. Yeah, man.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, boy, I listening to Daddy really is, and he's one of my favorite callers. So Daddy, you see what he just do there just now? You mistaken Pastor Google for Pastor Coffee? Is that mistaken? I'll accept your apology.
I love Daddy, you know. Now my boy. The cat touch Daddy. Every boy.
No.
Every boy, but nah,
don't get between me.
No.
But you know what, man?
Yeah.
The same thing I studied with Abu Bakr Federal the other day. Man. When I see all these men closely knitted together now, boy. And how long Abu Bakr buried now? Is that about a week now?
Yeah.
So we know what's going to really happen from there. But if you can remember, the Guardian had a report that there were over 102 marches in about 96 different places. If I could remember right. With that protest when the girl got kidnapped.
Yes, yeah.
And these political misfits keep repeating the lie that it was the Prime Minister who caused it. The same man who trying to protect me all the time and even now trying to influence people to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Always trying to, and the person who JA in the scene all the time, all they don't say nothing. Basically, communist leader, David Abdullah.
Stop it!
How I say that, boy? Wow. People will be surprised. The kind of people some of our politicians is admired. And just take your mind back to Grenada. Do all the research and see what happened there. Do the history of the Caribbean with trade union leaders, most of them. If they ever made a difference, much difference as what it is talk about. Basil Pandey used to talk about what the political oligarchy. Who used to be playing golf with and wanted to sell Carney Limited to in Cogen and all them kind of things. Bustamante, the one from Guyana, Bear Bird from Antigua. A lot of Caribbean prime ministers come from the trade union movement. And they make no such a big significant difference. Because again, when you enter the trade unionism right now, it's a stepping stone to a political career. By the way, it breaks down to in Trinidad and Tobago. And instead of we trying to encourage the right thing, we're really trying to score cheap political points. Because anywhere in the world you watch right now, the people who have things under control, like in New Zealand, South Korea, Germany, and all these places, it's the same kind of precepts they're practicing, what we're practicing down here. It has nothing to do with the Prime Minister is a dictator and the Prime Minister do like this and the Prime Minister. I fed up with them kind of talk. But you know, the East Indian UNC supporter don't really hurt me so much, you know, because I can't expect them kind of thing. When you see the people looking like me, who just carry down to a personal level, Dr. Rowley, brother, sometimes I wish I could reach to the phone, Ras, and hold on to all you. We call you wicked. You understand? The Chinese never had no government here. The Indians never had no government here before Pandit. The Syrians definitely never made up no government here in Trinidad and Tobago. So why, in closing, so many of our so-called black activists and those in the trade union, Watson Jew, like to give our people the impression that it's the government in doing there. You can't do it. And plenty of them who telling them that. They're educated, they own house, they're going about life normal, and it's not because they was waiting on some government to come and put a spoon down inside them mouth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Hello, good afternoon.
God, Pastor Google, you have to fire phone chat for me, please. Pastor Google.
Yes.
You know, not discrimination, but I'm glad the government closed on Petro Singh.
Hey, Petro Trin.
I apologize. Pastor Google, yes, I'm glad they put things. So we and the trade union should have buy Petro Trin.
Petro Trin. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, because hello. Hello.
Yes.
Because if we didn't close it down, it would have been the same thing, you know.
All right.
It would have been the same thing.
All right, mother. Thank you. Same to you. Feel you're bright. Hello, good afternoon. You laugh. You laugh. You think to cry about you laughing.
Oh, God. That man make me laugh. But you see the caller before her? I agree with all that he say. Caller, hallelujah, amen.
With what?
Google. I lie down here on my bed here watching my TV. I'm watching the funeral of Colonel Colin Powell now. The funeral today now.
Yeah.
Right. So I followed it. So I listened to all you. But
you laugh.
You see that thing that script you keep playing there? It's how the man said. You know, it would appear like somebody died and made that man God.
You could imagine. Yes.
he could call down the power that upon PNM people. So somebody died and made he go. But boy, these people got yes. But so the caller before you, man, I agree with a lot of what he said. I don't know what it is happening, Pastor Google, with all Dr. Rowley trying, where these people, like, and it have people in the background spraying on certain people, you know. They're looking for the revolution in the country. You see the October revolution?
Yes.
They want to turn the heat on, but it has something in the air called COVID. And like people not paying attention when they feel they could do what they want and behave how they want. A curfew is still on. A state of emergency, rather. And people have to get permission to do certain things. But to me, like, if people want to start to behave here, like, here's the wild, wild west. We will see what will be the end of a lot of all of them, the road they're heading down. They're looking to bacchanal in this country. But as I say, I split down the middle here today, half by you and half by the TV.
Yes. Well, you should go on the screen now and see what I'm going to show you. But you would like to see this.
Watch it because looking at you on YouTube.
Well, what's what I'm going to show now?
All right.
Okay then.
I'm up to it.
Say to you. Let me say good afternoon to Miss Patricia Kelly, one of my loyal listeners. Patricia, how are you? I hope that you are fine. I know you're weak with that pasta coffee. I was in shock, you know. All right, so I want to show you a list. Look at this. This is diplomatic behavior. This is what Dr. Lee went on what? A joyride? This is not a joyride here. This is not a joyride. Only watch this one. This is not a joyride. Yeah, a joyride, boy. We talking about, they wouldn't talk about that. They wouldn't show you that. Nobody wouldn't show you that. How come we don't see this on the ground, wherever? How come we don't see this? Dr. Rowley went on a joyride. If anybody can tell me what this is, I give you an applause. I give you a clap today. If anybody can tell me what mission, where did this happen? Anybody can tell me where this happened? I want anybody to tell me where this took place. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. All the best at the same time.
Same to you.
I just thought to make a report on your station. Is that why if every time that somebody makes or get annoyed or some personal thing that they have, they link it to politics. Why did you all do that? Why did you all do this thing? And the people lyrics that you all listen to is that the water will down the PNM. Stop the Bakawanism. Stop it.
Yeah, but wait, don't come off. Wait, no, don't come off. Don't come off the air. Don't come off the air, please. So I played a clip right earlier on with a gentleman. You didn't call and condemn the gentleman who said that God should kill all the PNM. You ain't condemn that.
Individual people, man, talking about the general lot of people.
No, that is a general consensus because he was on a radio station. He was on a radio station making that point, and the announcer didn't even say, "Sir, that is not right."
What you mean? The general lot of people I am speaking about. I'm not speaking about an individual who will make a statement.
Yeah, but if you call, all right. So listen to this. You call.
The general lot of people.
All right. So. All right. So you call. Wait.
There are people who support the PNM.
All right, so you
every time somebody look the feel like this skill business now. This skill business is a labor problem. It just has nothing to do.
No, it's not. It's not a labor problem, sir.
Yes, it's a labor problem.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's not a labor problem. Let us talk. Let's talk a little bit. It's not a labor problem because what they're saying, what the scrap iron dealers are saying, is that they would like to be able to clean up the relic ships on the sea. So there are derelict ships on the sea that they would like to cut them up and take them out of the sea, so that when the cruise ships and they are coming in, they would not have to have any issues. That was one of the things they are lobbying for. The other thing that they are lobbying for is that they want to be able to get the scrap iron from the refinery. So they are putting in a lobby, and they are having the motorcade to show lobby and support to be able to get get part of the contracts to cut up the refinery, get the scrap iron from the refinery. So nothing to do with labor. It has to do.
You quoted two things. The people are.
So I could talk about many other things. I can call his scrap iron. I can call his scrap iron dealer president. No one he could tell you it has nothing to do with labor. So while you want to listen, while you
it's a long time too.
All right.
They have nothing to do with politics.
It has nothing to do with politics. So how it is?
Who support the PNM?
Oh, so you calling us vagabond? So you calling us vagabond is not doing the same thing that the man who called us said how we should dead. Is that the same thing?
Why say they should dead?
He said that God should kill all PNM people, and you just call us vagabond.
He said God should kill all PNM people.
That's what he said.
You want to put what an individual say to that? There are a lot of people who have a problem with labor.
All right, hold on, right? Don't come off the line. Please don't come off the line. So you're saying to me that the gentleman didn't say that? Are you saying that to me, sir?
I didn't say so. I say you are putting what an individual say with the general lot of people who link in this problem with PNM, with politics.
Yeah, but you just call us. You just say vagabond. You just call us vagabonds.
You're a PNM or you're a PNM and a UNC and everybody put together. I thought you was dealing with God.
Yeah, and that's why I can't support the UNC.
For UNC and also PNM and all the other political parties. Are you not for everybody?
I think you're listening wrong. I think you're listening wrong program.
And you're talking stupid.
Yeah.
That's what
all right then. Don't let your blood pressure go up, Daddy. Don't let your blood pressure go up. I'm glad you're calling now. I'm glad you call. Don't let your blood pressure, Daddy. It's something like your blood pressure going up. Don't ever raise your blood pressure, Daddy. But just understand this, Daddy. At the end of the day, what you said.
Okay, on the line here.
Yeah, Mommy, I have you on the line.
I want to know if you forget on the line.
No, I'm going to forget you on the line. But I want to tell Daddy something, Mommy.
Don't argue with him, man. He's ignorant and stupid. You want to argue with him?
All right, Mommy. Go ahead, Mommy.
Don't argue with him.
Go ahead.
You want to know where the movie was taken? The movie was taken in London with Marshall. Yes,
well, yes.
The movie was taken in London with Marshall Montano playing.
Wow.
You forgot?
Go ahead, Mommy.
You forgot it was taken in London? Hello?
I hear you.
All right.
All right, then. Gosh, hey, this country sweeter though. I wouldn't want to live nowhere else really.
That's impossible. Possible to study that man. All what he's saying, he can't change nobody's mind. We don't know what they stand for, and we're not taking him on. We know what they stand for. So he just wasting the time calling the station. Waste the time. Get off our station.
You know, I saw it. You see that caller? Aisha Wells. They're coming out for you this evening. Hey, look at afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. You see, the unions and them piggybacking on scrap iron dealers. But I agree, if it have a pie, a scrap iron pie in Petrochin, they should get a piece of that pie. And you see the pie in the waters, they should also get a piece of that pie if it was rushing you. But the unions and them, they mustn't get no pie at all because they had a deal to buy the refinery and they flop on it. But here is the scene now. You see, it have 3 bidders for the refinery right now, foreigners, if it was rushing you. And you know the most they might be doing is looking for labor for that refinery from those same employees. What Roger and company didn't want to muster to buy the refinery. Thank you very much.
All right.
You know, Pastor Google, we vagabond. Tell them don't send any pressure up over we vagabond. That's why we're going to hit them for 6 out the oval. You see? That's why they can't take it. You see, when you're talking the truth and you're doing things for the truth and you're showing all the clips on them, yeah, that's what they can't take. So they come in here to mash up the station. Yeah, so you go call we a vagabond. But that's nothing. I'm glad he called, so we know them. We know all of them.
Yeah, they coming after Aisha. I hear they had Aisha hot the other day. Oh gosh, you know, long time I could not talk to that man. I would have been getting hot under the collar and making myself sound real like a nuisance. But I like to hear Aisha teach me how to sit down and reason with them so that you all could understand how they think and how they feel. See, the man call us vagabonds. And you all want to feel as a joke, yeah? How we say, I could take one man's statement and brand it as all UNC think about us like that. But then you come on the radio and say, all your vagabonds. Hey, what's going on with this voice note? All right, you have to send over a voice note. That voice note didn't come through. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Booker. Yeah, and you said it before me, and, you know, I really admire you boys. The way you are so calm and trying to explain something to the gentleman, but he would not have a good conversation, you see, because he have a one way about it. This is my way. So he can't get good information. He would not have knowledge of what's going on because he wanted his way. But I hope he could put a ban on anything he's telling if you have a business UNC. So people would know not to go, we vagabond, whoever vagabond would not be able to. That's not the way to treat people on your radio. If you have a conversation and you want to make a good contribution, do it now without, disrespecting or have ill words or being rude to the host. I mean, you have the opportunity to express yourself. Just do it properly. Right? I even forget what I was saying because I find, he was so rude and out of place, and Pastor Google, could you imagine when people are brainwashed, what happened? You tell them, this is it, and this is it, and you show them false, fake things, right? So many times I have to go and research what people send to me, but it's very hard because a lot of fake things coming out there, and some people believe it. It's something so nice, it's juicy, something good to spread. I have to send a lot of correction back to people. And that is what we have to deal with on a daily basis. And that is why they get wrong people in offices.
All right, thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you all the listeners, callers around the world. And, just as how the vagabond thing and the other person described us, I should say, I want to refer to the former commissioner of police, right? I don't want to get in no problem, but you remember when they dropped this bomb in Japan?
Yeah.
And what is the only thing survived? Thing wasn't cockroaches. So I want to refrain to that. When you say that you will buy you all your things and will crush them like cockroach, Just remember, cockroaches was the only thing survived that bomb. Thank you, sir.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, dear Pastor Google.
Yes, sir. Mr. Village.
Right, boy? Yeah, I laugh it, I crack it up. The reason why the man said Pastor Coffee, he tried to slash him, and this is not the views of the radio station, this is the views of village. He tried to slap it as a corrupted pastor.
No, Daddy make a mistake. He make a genuine mistake.
Sometimes he might be so.
Nah, Daddy, that gentleman made a genuine mistake. Yeah,
But-
that man has been calling me for years, and he made a genuine mistake. He made a genuine mistake.
Well,
he
after
apologized.
Well, I apologize to him too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm very sorry about that. The thing we call us community, but Pastor Google,
Yes,
at
sir.
the end of the day, here which is what happening. The UNC, and I've seen that they had no rebuttals to the budget, so they make it all kind of issues, and they're going length and breadth because they run this country for 5 years, 3 months, and 14 days, and cover by a issue. And they continue to do it in opposition. And we as the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago must understand the whereabouts of the NC and how they decide to run this. Look, for instance.
Let me be really quick. The ads on me and I'm another caller holding.
All right, take another call. I will deal with that on another time.
All right, man. Hello, good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yes, mommy.
You know who it is, okay? You Juice man.
Yes.
Listen to me. Don't wicked people and them. All that they used to say inside the house about the Afghan people, they coming out with it. You see that prayer that you do this morning?
Yes.
Listen to me. You must do it a little more regular.
Yes, mommy.
So you will hear things.
Yes.
Because the abundance of the heart, when they hear it, they have to come out and say what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's the new way to look out for them, bitches and them.
Yes, mommy.
Have a blessed day. Careful how you're going down.
I will.
From me and the mom.
Love you.
You understand what I tell you?
Yes, mommy. Yes, mommy.
Okay, right.
People, righteousness exalt a nation. Always remember that. PNM is an evil, wicked party, and all them doing is destroying this country for the younger generation. Not for me, and I almost don't live my life, but the younger generation that's coming up. When PNM done with this country, it could be like Haiti. Your children, them wouldn't have a country. So all of the stand for what is right. Don't stand for race. Stand for what is the right thing for the country. Put country first. When the country prosper, everybody go prosper. This is a gang of thief. Them is for themselves and the finances. That is all them for. All who financing the party, them is for them and for themselves. I wish God could kill all these PNM people. I wish God could kill all these PNM people. I wish God could kill all these PNM people. That's my wish. Because there's wicked people. There's evil people. There's working for the devil. And I wish people could come to their senses and put the country first for the younger generation to come. Thank you.
Morning caller, we're calling from next caller. Access rate.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
So that was said. And then Uncle called me to tell me that what? Uncle called me to tell me that what? I have vagabond. Well, Uncle, I hear you. I hear you, Uncle. Yeah, you're loud and clear. Last caller before I leave, I just have about a second.
I can do it quick, Pastor Google. But the president or the Hindu women organization want respect. But them could call we vagabonding and rawanant. Now we stand up for ourselves, Pastor Google, and forget them intellectual, please, them black intellectuals. And we answer back Miss Kamla Tiwari, please. RESPCT is for all our we. I go on with that. And they will see who is vagabond. We are no vagabond.
You go see. I go on with this. This is my closing remarks for the man who called me the vagabond.
the Kamla Prasad predecessor today, who is presenting herself as an alternative Prime Minister to Trinidad and Tobago, is just not ready, my dear friends, lacks the political skill, lacks the political experience, lacks the political training, lacks the political acumen, and will be a disaster if, God forbid, she becomes Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
I'm out of here, Trinidad and Tobago. Coming up next is Iwer on our show with Robert and Precious, and I believe they have a treat for you today.
Jesus, Lord, put a hand. These wicked people. Oftentimes, life is so hard. Trust me, I know that. Trust me, I know that. And oftentimes, I can't seem to find any motivation. It's only frustration. I can't afford to slow the pace. Now it's not time to lose the faith. One thing I know, mommy race a fighter. But mind the people want me fail. But each time I fall, I rise again. Then I get in that satisfaction, yeah. Them try. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, die why all the lie. Them lie. Them can't take my joy. Them can't take my joy from me. No way, that's why I still winning. Still smiling. Counting my blessings every day. I still winning. Still shining. Counting my blessings every day. Oftentimes, I feel like I have too much to bear. But hold on tight.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the street. 919 FM.